Michael.
Hi.
Hi, what's happening?
Well, love to chat.
Yeah.
Love to catch up a little bit and see if I can inject some sanity into this thing.
Inject some what?
Sanity.
Into what?
This whole scene, Marty. This whole scene, you know?
Yeah, well, it's you know, I'm willing to talk to anybody on any subject. My grade 0 is fully in. But I think you know me well enough to know that the incorrect way to approach me is to have 12 people or 16 people in 4 cars descend on my place.
I understand that. I think you know me well enough to know I actually understand that.
I know you know, but you do it, and that is the frightening thing. I mean, there's this gamemanship, this intimidation stuff, and you're being a vehicle for it. And I know that you know that it's not right.
Yeah. Well, that's not my game. You know.
I know that. Michael.
Everyone has their agenda, and there's certain, you know, there's individuals with passionate feelings about, you know, communicating with you in different ways, right? And it's, you know, although there may be some agreement as to the desire for that to occur, and or the, you know, the what they want to communicate, that's, you know, the how that takes place. That's I'm calling you now. I'm calling you now. And
where's everybody else?
Well, I don't know everybody else. I'm at McDonald's with 2 friends. I don't know if you know Michael and Denise Duff.
Who?
And Michael and Denise Duff.
Uh-huh.
And Michael Roberts.
Michael Roberts?
And, yeah.
Wow. Who are the other guys in the car with you?
That's who was in the car with me.
The guy in the back with the blonde hair is Michael Duff?
This morning, that is a guy named... No, that's not... No, Michael Duff has black hair.
Right, he was in the front seat with the camera.
Yes, but the guy in the back seat's name, I don't bluntly know.
Is it an in guy?
I believe... I don't know.
You got a guy in your car you don't even know, Michael.
Yeah, well, there was a carload of individuals there, and I didn't have everybody's name.
Okay. I just, this is very odd. I like to identify who it is that came to visit me.
I know that. I understand that. I would have chosen to, you know, I would have preferred to call, email, and show up, you know, and make an appointment. Something that would have been more my choice. I'm not going to make less of other people's choices, but that would have been what I would have chosen to do. And it's just a straighter approach, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. That's that. I just wanted to. I had thoughts about you, over a number of months of just like, all right, what's taking place here? How is it taking place? Why is it taking place? What is taking place? You know, how are we getting to this point? So where one who once helped and who once helped people I know and care about,
I'm helping people, Michael, now. This is the wrong button. I'm helping people now like I've never helped people before. In fact, I'm doing my job unobstructed like I've never been able to do my job before. So I don't, that paradigm doesn't really work for me.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. At one point before, just earlier, somewhere earlier, was there a sense of knowing you were helping with certainty and knowing that it was working and knowing that you were contributing to something good? Was there that point?
You told Tiziano that I was the who. What did you mean by that?
I told Tiziano that date coincidence with the time that I spent with you, or directly after, absolute lowest, worst years of my life.
And you attribute that to me?
I don't know where else to look, Marty. I can look at myself. I can take responsibility for my shit. All right.
Everything was hunky dory until Dave got his talons into Tom, and now Tom is a mini me, David Miscavige, and that's your problem.
Well, I don't know.
And I saw it, and I witnessed it, and I observed it, and I was completely in a position where I had no obligation or no fish to fry with anybody, and I observed it.
Okay,
it is my viewpoint.
Yeah. Okay, you're entitled to that. I got that. I got that. I don't work for him. I haven't for a number of years. I haven't seen him. I'm not currently. I'm not here to represent him. You know, I just have my own. You know, whatever. I got that. But I got the sense back then. You say you didn't. You weren't. You had no agenda at the time. You know, and you were just. But were you helping? Did you? To answer
your question.
Yeah.
An earlier time when I was helping.
Yes.
Oh, I think when I got Tom's case straightened out from all the quickie bullshit he got from Ray, Dave, and Greg, got his OT4 straightened out, got his OT5s done, got him through his divorce, got him to get his life together, got him to start helping people like he's never helped people before, like Jamie. That was help.
Okay. So you had a sense of helping, all right? So at what point did you decide, okay, now I'm going to fucking destroy them all and destroy everything that I just worked for?
What are you talking about? Where's this
generality
coming from? Where's this generality coming from?
Well, what do you mean? Which
Destroy? Who am I
generality?
destroying? Who have I attempted to destroy? I haven't attempted to destroy anybody. This is Dave's case you're running on me.
No.
It is. This is. You're trying to put intentions into me that I have not demonstrated, I have not communicated, nor have I demonstrated in my actions.
Well, okay. How about this? In terms of your actions, let me let's ask you. In terms of the numbers of individuals around the planet who you know and have cared for at one point, who have had absolutely wonderful wins in games, how are they being affected by your actions now?
Who? Name somebody. Is there a problem with somebody?
Any upstanding current member of Scientology.
Yeah.
Are you helping them or harming them?
I'm helping them. And
quite
how
frankly, is that help?
Because they are stalled and they are getting reverse Scientology applied to them, and they are becoming and doing things against. They're doing things against their nature, and they're Hey, Peter, how you doing, my man? You got my Marine Corps cap on, bro. You big time. Remember we talked? Yeah. All right, bro. I'll catch you. Reverse Scientology is being run on all y'all. And the fact that you're having to go out and do things that go against your better judgment is the proof of it. The fact that you admit you come out down here with 16 people to try to ambush Marty and try to intimidate him somehow. I mean, I know you, Michael. You know that. You know me that better than that. You spent 2 years with me, man.
Well, I'm talking to you now.
I know, and I'm talking to you.
I know. Here's the deal, Marty. The people I run into, and I got that you have attracted to you all the disaffected and those who have.
That's not true. That's not true.
Okay.
That's not true.
Well,
the disaffected, the anonymous people called me and said I'm a much bigger threat to Miscavige, to them than Miscavige will ever be, because they see the same thing. They see this guy is taking the whole ship down with them, and they're afraid of me. So the disaffecteds and the people that want to attack Scientology fear me more than they fear David Miscavige.
Well,
I
don't know what that means.
What it means is that this conversation you're having with me should be being had with David Miscavige.
Yeah, but
he's your problem.
But I see.
He's your problem.
I got that that's your viewpoint. I see what I see as winning and doing well and having wins and expressing those wins and sharing them and pitching in and joining orgs and helping. That's what I'm seeing.
Have you read my blog?
I've read parts of it. Not everything. I've read parts of it.
Well, you know, it's like Spike Lee says, judge me by the body of my work. Don't judge me on some individual thing, okay? Read the blog. It's like two ships passing the night right now. I wear myself in the wide open, and I bare my soul, and it's all there for the world to see. And for you to start telling me that I'm doing things to attack multiple individuals, let alone multitudes of people, it's just inaccurate.
Well, how are you helping all of those of us, including yourself in earlier years, look just there and actually put some chance of hope there for people?
I don't know where to begin with you, because it's all there. Scientology has been hijacked. It's been hijacked for the personal aggrandizement of a extremely egotistical person.
So what are you going to do? Take it back, or just give it away, or just destroy it? What's the plan there? Wreck it because it was hijacked, or make it better?
Take it back. What do you mean? Take it back, destroy, hijack? No.
I don't know. What are you going to do with it?
What I'm doing with it is applying it as it was intended to be applied, and making it safe for others to do so. You guys got to wake up and smell the coffee, man. The church is dead, man.
That's not true for me and thousands others. But if that's true for you, that's true for you, and I'm sorry to hear that.
The church is dead. He killed it. It's dead.
That's apathy. That's fucking apathy. Where the fuck are you?
No, it isn't.
You used to be a fighter. You used to fucking stand up to make things fucking better.
I'm doing that right now, man.
Really?
That's why you need to do your homework instead of just taking orders from DM. And find out who you're talking to, because you're talking.
I haven't talked to him or seen him in 2 fucking years.
And you're going to sit there with a straight face and tell me that you're not following his orders right now? You tell me Tommy Davis commandeered this whole plan and figured out to send 20 people down here?
I'm telling you, I volunteered to come and speak with you because
we need some straight R on this. I mean, we're going to have a talk. Let's talk R. Let's not talk bullshit.
Okay. I'll tell you straight, I volunteered to come because I wanted to talk to you.
Sure. You want to stop me? And where's that at, man?
I wanted to get calm. And I got to tell you, you must know by now that probably isn't too popular.
I know, it's completely unpopular.
Yeah.
Utterly, I understand.
So that tells you where I stand, you know?
Michael, you came down with 20 freaking people, please.
Yeah.